What up, everybody? Welcome back to me live. Is this a structure waiting to fall? Is it this foundation ready to crumble? Is it being built up ready just to be tore down? We all fear that. Every single one of us, we fear that, so it stops us from doing a lot of things. But is this a structure waiting to fall and waiting to blow up and waiting to spiral out of control? I don't know. Every day's a struggle. Is it going to leave a huge impact? How much longer am I here for? It's a question we all ask. We all fear life because of what's coming next. We don't know, especially in this time and day and age right now in this pandemic. We do not know what's next. The government's got the control. We don't know what's next, and it's even harder than what it was before this pandemic. It's even tougher than what it was. And what the way I look at it to say we need to stand together is we need to literally come together and stand together instead of distancing each other and getting mad at each other for having a political stand. And that's what's causing us to argue. That's what's causing us to come fight with each other and debate with each other about what's going on. Like, he said this and they said that. This doesn't work out. This goes for everything that's going on in the world right now. Everything, down to pandemics, down to opiates crisis, down to depression, down to suicides, down to bombings, down to everything. And I try not to get too deep into political because I can start to get really deep in my political needs or my political ways. But it's that fear that can scare you from, holding you back from doing those things that you want to do because of we don't know what's next. So we rush into things. We start to do this, we start to do that, and then we want to give up because it's not happening. And I talk about this all the time, but we're in a weird spot, my friends. We're in a weird spot right now, and especially now than ever before. And instead of pushing away from each other, we need to start coming together because we get in this bubble, and I've been in it, and I probably still am, and I'm trying to get out of it because I'm trying to use my voice to a certain extent, and I'm trying to use my ways, my experiences, and the things that I know, and I'm trying to push it out there the best to my ability. And I know in the past that I've come off wrong, and I've mentioned this before. I've come off wrong, and I may still come off wrong, but I mean no harm. And when it comes down to depression, and it comes down to addiction, and it comes down to all the things that you're naming that we can go through, the only thing that's never happened to me, is like, there's a few things, but it's, well, actually a couple of things, but it's gone down to the worst of the worst. So I know we're in this spot that it's hard for me even to connect with people because nobody wants to connect back because we're in this social media world, and especially now that we haven't been out for like months, and then we're starting to get back into that now, and it's not going to be over for a long time. For a while we're stuck in this situation. And is it like, how long is this gonna go for? How long is my my up gonna be? Is this structure gonna fall? Is my foundation gonna fall or crumble? Like, how far is this gonna go? We don't know, and it does scare me as well. It scares the shit out of me because all of a sudden something's going good, and all of a sudden, boom, something happens bad, and you want to blame yourself to the fullest, and that's what it was my fault. It was this. This is what I should have did. This is what I could have done. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. We can't. Sometimes when the things happen, we can deal with it. We can be in the moment and we can deal with it. But we're so far deep into, like, with the social media and distancing ourselves and all that stuff, it's got to the point where people are like planning their death, like what's going to happen. Are people going to be around when they die? Like, are people going to care when this happens? Are people going to care when they post this? Are people going to care about that and about this, and they're so focused on that. They're not focused on living, and they're not focused on life. They're focusing on death, because that's what's around us. People are scared to fucking die, and they're scared if people are going to give a shit about them or not. They're scared to know whether that's true or not. And some people truly want to kill themselves to find out if that's true, but once you're dead, you're not going to know, because we don't know what's next. That's fucked up. Like, that's scary as shit. I mean, and I still go with it because I'm a spiritual person, and I go with life the way, that's how I want to go with, I want to flow with life, and I see it that way. I look at it that way, that we don't know what's next, so it holds us off. So we rush into things. We get a car right away, we get the wife right away, or husband right away, we get a house right away, we get this career right away, and then we're fucking not even 30 yet, and then we're like, oh shit, and then you're stuck in this spiral, and then you're seeing life still going on, everybody else is still doing everything different, and everything's, you know, different things are going on, so now you're stuck in this bubble, and then social media comes out, and then now we're all stuck in this bubble, and then the pandemic hits, and then now we're definitely stuck in this bubble, and to get out of it, it's going to take a long time, but it's going to take us to come together. It's going to, and it looks like we are, it seems like we are, but we're not. We're in such a crazy debatable spot in life right now about so many things that are going on. And I'm trying not to be selfish and talk about me a lot, but some of these things have something to do with me, but I like to talk about you guys and make you aware of what's truly happening, and how to, like, maybe I can help you, like, you know, try to, like, look forward to a better day. And trust me, there's times I've done this for years, and I'm like, oh, nothing happening, and people will tell you that, and it will make you feel to believe that it's not. My belief is that no matter what, I'm going to keep fighting for this, no matter, because it makes me happy, and it's helping me, helping you, and I love doing it. I love creating. I don't like working the 9 to 5, listening to the boss all the time. Yes, we need money, and I'm finding my incomes, and I have my income, thank God, to the pandemic. But, like, and I worked before this. We all got laid off. But I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to work out. All I know is something is going to happen, and I have to keep doing this for me to find out. And I've said this before, if I didn't get off drugs, I wouldn't know. I would just keep wondering and keep trying to get things, and I wouldn't get it because I would get money, and then I would get high, and I would think, oh, I'll just do it next week. I'll just use my money next week. Oh, there goes $1,500 in a month. Like, that's just drugs and getting high and not giving a shit. So, like, being in this spot right now, and I've always brought it up, but it being in this spot, it's like, I don't know where it's going to take me. I don't know where the structure, if it's going to fall. I don't know if my foundation's going to crumble. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, it's my choice. You're right. It's my choice, but it's my choice to keep this going, keep this good vibe going. All I'm saying is that I don't know how it's going to play out. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep making music. I'm going to keep putting videos out there the way I want to. I'm going to keep putting myself out there. I'm going to keep trying to connect with you guys. But my point is, I don't know what's going to happen when I keep doing that vibe. Anything could happen. And we just have to have faith that something good happens, and we don't end our lives in sadness or being mad, and we don't end it in depression, or we don't, you know, keep ourselves in that way, because we're all in the same spot, and they say we're all in this together, and we all have our own political needs. And I don't want to get too deep, because I don't want to start no crazy debates about it. All I know and all I can say is from my experience of what I see, and things are falling apart very quickly, and some people aren't noticing it. You have to start to wake up. We have to start to wake up, man, because things are crumbling, and we're not looking at each other as much. And now we're talking about just seeing our eyes, and we're not seeing our face. Like, it's messed up, man. This is going on from other things that have happened, from, like, the people are blind from, like, suicides. People are blind from this stuff. They say, oh, that you know, that they killed themselves, blah, blah. It's the cause behind it, man. Now you're really truly seeing it, because it's in the world. You're seeing it because the government's talking about it. The media's talking about it. But if the media started talking about the things I'm talking about, and what half the people out there, shout out Joe Rogan and half the people out there, Mike Malak from Impulsive, shout out to these people that talk about this shit, man, and put it out there, because the government doesn't. And if they did, or your prime minister or your people from your city did, then I wouldn't have to do it as much, and it would actually be out there. But I want to put it out there before they kind of, like, more do, because I want to show you that I am right, that it isn't, I'm not fully right on everything I say. I'm not a doctor or anything, and I don't believe in half that shit. But point is that I'm going off my experience. I'm going off what I see. I'm going off what I put myself through and what I built on. And finding that took years, and it took years of getting high. And I'm not saying that's the route to take. Don't take the route, and people think it is, so they start to get high. But you have no idea what it's going to do to you for the rest of your life. You could be 2 years hooked and think that it's not much. Yeah, it's much. It's in your head, because relapsing, you just began. You just started. So you don't know. I've done this since I was 23. I'm 34. Do the math. I'm not bragging about it. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not sitting here bragging about any of that. I'm just trying to tell you that from my experience, like, people, we need to come together, man. We need to start connecting the positive. We need to start connecting together as one, because there's so much crap and hate and racism and bullshit that's going on, is that it's being ignored. All the positives being ignored because they want to scare you. And I don't want to get too deep into it. Again, I don't like to get too deep, but I'm just telling you, open your eyes a little bit more and look what's tearing you up, what's bringing you down. And, like, you know, I appreciate you guys listening. I'm not going to go too far again into these videos, but I appreciate you guys listening. I thank you for the views. I thank you for the ones that are paying attention. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you. There must be a reason for it. And if there's a strong reason for it, please share this video. Please hit the like button below. Let's get it to a couple likes. I mean, 2 or 3 likes. It just helps to push it a little bit more, help somebody out there. I mean, if you truly believe and you're truly listening to what I'm saying, then you'll understand that I want to try to get this out there, and I want to get some understanding. It's not for crazy attention. Yeah, maybe I do want attention, but I want attention so I can get this out there. I can get stuff like this out there. I can get my channel out there. There's hundreds of videos on my channel. This isn't 1, this isn't 2, 4, 5, 7, whatever. No, there's 100 and something videos on my channel right now that shows you everything from A to Z. And the story keeps going. So if the alphabet was any bigger, A, Z would be dead. But I'm going to keep my journey going. I'm going to keep this strength going as long as I can keep it going. And I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And I'm going to keep pushing you guys. I'm going to keep trying to help you and be blunt with you. And don't take me wrong. Don't take my personality wrong, because it's starting to come out more that I'm clean. So I appreciate you. Much love to everybody. Keep that head up. Keep smiling. Peace out.